Alright then everybody, this is Yara here and I'm over here with Gio who got first place at Game Master. And what deck are you playing, Gio?
We're playing the Ritual Invoke deck, some Voiceless Voice.
Alright Gio, and do you have any shoutouts or anything before we start?
I'm old, so I wrote down my shoutouts. So shout out to my boys, just a ton of them. Got Daniel, Frankie, Adam, Jock, Punchers all the way in Austin. My boy Nick, who was at the regional today, he was cooking. Michael V and Michael B, my whole GM gang, Yada behind the camera, Kevin who's over there playing right now, and Victor. I haven't seen you in a minute, but shout out, bro. I miss you.
Alright, sounds good. So if you want, we can get started then.
For sure. It's honestly a really basic list. Nothing too gooey except some ratios I enjoy, but 3 low, self-explanatory, like Voiceless engine. If you've seen any of these deck profiles, you play all these. 3 Diviner is probably your most potent starter, and then the 1 Trius just kind of lets you play through hand traps. I like playing 5 Rituals, so I play 2 Sarvis and 3 Guardian, just in preparation because I'm probably still going to play 5 Rituals when the new Saphira comes out, so this just turns into the new Saphira.
Are you going to play the OG Skull Guardian?
No. Maybe if they reprint it, I'll test it out, but it's a vanilla like Ritual. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Hand traps, what everyone's on really, Ash, Baylors, Nibs. You just don't want to let Snake Eye play, honestly, but they do hit a lot of the decks, so they're pretty good. I like playing a lot of consistency cards, so play 3 Pros, 3 of your best starter. If this resolves, you really should be winning the game. Typically I'll play like Invoked and just use this, try to bait people's Ash Blossoms if I really don't need it to resolve, and then if this resolves, you typically win.
Yeah, adding 2 is pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's insane. 2 the Rituals, and then 3 Barrier. Barrier's really good in some matchups just because targeting protection, and then if you do end up getting 2 out, a lot of times if your opponent can't make an access code, they're going to struggle to out it or back removal.
Once the new Continuous comes out, are you going to take one of these out or are you going to just add another?
I'm still going to play 3 of these, but you'll see it here in a little bit what I'll cut in order to play that Continuous spell. Just keep the ratios the same. 3 Imperms. Self-explanatory, and then I play 2 traps. Shout out to Tim Murphy because he told me to play 2 traps, and honestly 2 traps is insane. Drawing it's honestly not the worst thing because then you don't really have to search it again with low, but honestly this will just turn into the other continuous spell when it comes out because you'll just be able to recycle the 1 trap, but for right now, until then, 2 traps has been working for me, and 41 cards because that always works for me.
And I noticed no branded, so you don't like the branded variant?
I don't really like branded cards too much. Yeah, they raise the ceiling of the deck a bit, but
yeah.
I enjoy just playing a really consistent engine with this. Typically, if your cards resolve, you will play through a majority of that stuff. Yeah, the 1 banish is fine, but in my testing, I just didn't really enjoy the branded cards all too much. Extra deck, you don't use too much of this, but it's changed a little bit. You've got your Diviner targets. I play 1 Baron. I was playing Excel for a little bit, but it didn't come up enough, so I stopped playing it. Chaos Angel, because Chaos Angel's broken. Typhon, just because it comes up every once in a while. I didn't really feel like playing anything else over it. Link Kribo is nice in case you have a bad hand and your low gets hit and you can't do anything else, so set some back row and sit on this. Anima, if people do make access code on you, they leave that front arrow, you take that fool and win. 2 Dynamondo, the trap helps you not play into Nib, so you don't have to make Dynamondo all too often. But if you know your opponent doesn't have Nibiru, if you got a good read, it's pretty nice. 2 Charmers, take Black Witch, take, in the mirror, helps you make access code, helps you go into Celine, yeah, access code, and then you play probably the best generic card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Printed in the last 10 years, and then Raid Raptor Hate, because that tower is insane.
Are you afraid this might get semi-limited here in the TCG?
Yeah, please, semi-limited, please, we need that.
Konami trolling.
Then my side deck, it's honestly catered a lot to the meta out here, but I like siding in Ghost Bell going first because people will try to Bisteel you, and this says no to their Bisteel. Lets your lows resolve. We play 2 Bisteels because you can hit Link Kribo, you can hit low in the mirror, Saphir in the mirror. It's pretty nice. 2 draws just because locals, and I don't want to lose to random runic decks that just want to draw 7 cards on me. Shout out Devin. Back row hate, just to, it's kind of tough to play through back row sometimes. Anti-spell just in case, and then this can be a blowout a lot of the times. And then I kept switching in between and out of Solemn Strike and Summon Limit at the beginning of the format, but this really beats a lot of the monster vomit decks. Snake Eyes, you flip this on their Poplar Summon, and they typically will just scoop it up and go to the next game.
Do you think this card's gonna get hit in the next list somehow?
They probably should. They've been hitting Floodgates, but if they don't hit it, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Konami's ban lists are very catered to, money, co-money. So who knows what they'll do. Do ban Sanctifier, please, though. That card's gotta go.
Yeah, I agree. But appreciate it, Gio. Thank you so much for the deck profile. Appreciate it.
Yeah.